Can you imagine if they were using softballs in the MLB? These guys wouldn't miss. You know, a little dab pen action, couple beers.
Let's just get fucked up.
Sounds like you're like gay, but you don't want to say you're gay.
Dude, Salvia's fucked up, man.
Dude, Salvia's fucked, bro.
So, I got high with every single one of my bosses around watching. Dude, for fuck's sake, I've done shrooms in that guy's house. 1, 2, 3. Ding.
And we're live. Oh, fuck, boys. Dude, welcome back. Welcome back. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, you'll notice something a little bit different right now. We got
some nice leather chairs.
a little bit of a new setup here, boys. It's fucking, it's coming together.
I'm fired up.
I'm so fired up. And hey, not only do they look good, dude, these chairs are absolutely comfortable as hell.
Oh, dude. Literally, like, the day we got them, I just, like, I fucking charged up my Switch because I have a fucking Animal Crossing addiction. And I came over here, sat down, have the TV over here. I was like, this is the
Dude,
this is the
for
life.
real? It feels like everyone's fucking addicted to Animal Crossing right now. Like what I'm seeing on like
It's
social
true.
media and stuff.
Dude, okay, we're going to get deep into it quick here, but, like,
Yeah.
if all this fucking bullshit is happening, like, we'll get into it, but, like, if it's all some conspiracy bullshit,
Yeah.
dude, government releases Animal Crossing, and it's just keeping everybody happy.
Animal Crossing.
While
I guess.
everybody's cooped
I guess,
up.
but dude,
It's so wholesome, bro.
Animal
Dude,
Crossing?
I was absolutely fried out of my mind, and, like, I was a couple of rum and cokes deep. I was buzzing.
Oh, yeah.
And I, like, get into it, and I start fishing. I was like, fuck yes.
dude, let's be real though. What is it about? It looks like, dude, I don't even know. It looks like a mix between like Pokemon and like Dora the Explorer.
So it's like basically like, you know, like The Sims. Yeah, people go pretty wild for that. It's like that, but you're like building your town, and it's like kind of like a kid's game, you know?
It's kind of like Minecraft.
Kinda, but like not as like you're not placing blocks.
So why is it called Animal Crossing? Because they're
the other-
animals that just kind of walk across the screen every once in a while.
Yeah, like
That's literally it.
Your other fucking villager people are like animals. So like one of mine is like a fucking monkey,
Dude,
and I got a fucking penguin. He's chilling. Like
Fuck
he's,
yeah.
dude, I'll go and talk to him, and he's like, "Bro, you getting jacked?" I'm like, "Huh?
what?
You're a penguin." "No, I'm playing video games. I'm fat."
Dude, speaking of like video games, man, what I've been thinking is like, what are these girls gonna do during quarantine? If they don't, what do you do during quarantine if you don't like have like a side hustle, like kind of like something like this, where like you can edit videos, or if you play video games, or at least like the minimal requirement is to at least smoke weed. Like, dude, if you don't do like either of those three things, what are you doing? Like you're gonna wake up and just absolutely rip Netflix all day in your room.
Dude, no, literally, it's been like for most people, it's like Netflix,
Yeah.
constantly refreshing Instagram, Twitter, or like Facebook. 'Cause
Or
no chicks rip Reddit.
nope. Or do push-ups in your room and nominate people on Instagram stories.
Yeah, doing like random like fads.
Dude, people are so bored, man. They're literally just nominating each other to do like the most retarded shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, see a pup, post a pup. What are these things where it's like see something, post something? It's like, dude, do you have nothing better to do?
Hey guys, what do you want me to do? I'm allergic to animals. I'll see one. And what am I just gonna post? Nothing.
Yeah.
See a pup, post a pup. It's just my empty room and me crying in the background.
See 10, do 10, where people are, it's just guys with their shirts off,
Yep.
pumping out push-ups.
Yep, trying to look yoked, and it's like, hey,
And then there's
buddy,
people just like taking shots in their bedroom of like straight vodka. Like, hey man,
that one's kind of funny because we are all turning into alcoholics.
everyone's turning into alcoholics, but like,
I've basically been consistently drinking or smoking since like it got announced. Like I just
yeah, man, for
all
me,
I
like,
do.
since I don't have like the gym, I don't have like, well, because normally my day consists of like pretty much physical activity after
you
I
go
get home from
hard.
work. Hell yeah, I go hard. But like, that's pretty much what my day consists of. And then like chilling with the boys and making podcasts and like editing and that kind of stuff. But like,
Noah has this like daily routine where he like gets off work, and you're like, okay, like it's like 3:00 for me. I woke up like 3 hours ago at this point, because I'm just a degen. So go over to my computer, sitting there. I'm probably doing homework or whatever we got from school for the day because it's all online. And I'm like sitting there doing it, ripping Animal Crossing, other video games at the same time. And then I'll get a call around, like I said, around like 3 o'clock. And he's like, hey. I'm like, hey, you want to smoke a bowl? I'm like, nah, man, I've been up for 3 hours. Okay.
I guess. But for me, I've just been fucking grinding for like 8-9 hours at work.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is just chill when I get home.
Dude, I wake up at like 10:30 and I just lay there and I'm like,
dude,
I don't got to do anything.
I've been wanting my work to get fucking canceled, man. Like, I just want to, for me, for people our age, you literally just have to sit in your room and chill. You don't have to worry about, like, you got to worry about some bills necessarily, but you don't got to worry about keeping the lights on in the house and shit.
No, yeah.
No, your parents got that covered for us, you know? Like,
I mean, I pay for, like, a bit of the internet, but...
Yeah, because you use all of it. But
literally, like, the bandwidth, mine.
I heard that they're, like, starting to fluctuate the internet because everyone's just on the internet right now, all day.
They've been doing that. It's called fucking... Oh, God, why am I...
No, but they're actually... It's called,
throttling.
like... I know, like... The internet provider we have throttles the internet like at like 2 a.m.
No, yeah. Dude, they would do it to me every night when I like 2 years ago, I lived upstairs. Every night at 7 p.m. I'd be like playing video games and I would watch my fucking bar and like the thing drop from green to red every day at 7 p.m.
Fuck.
It used to fire me up. And then we got like the 300. Now I'm chilling.
But it would stay red for like the rest of the night?
The rest of the night. I was just I was on like poo internet. Literally, like... I would do a speed test at like 655, chilling at like whatever it was, like 60. And then I'd do one at after 7 and it'd be like fucking 10.
Do you remember like back in like elementary school with like our little flip phones, how like after it was like after 6 p.m. texting's unlimited?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
So you would just wait. You just wait?
Dude, how fast did you get at the fucking tapping it 3 times?
Oh, dude.
Unreal.
We were like the last generation of that.
Yeah.
Like the tapping 3 times thing.
My first phone got in grade 4 because it was like and like I was one of only like a few people that had it just because it was like a safety thing.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was like, call me on your way home from school.
That was mine too, yeah.
Yeah. But like I remember the second one when everybody started getting phones was like the one where you would turn it on its side. So like the phone's normally like this.
Yeah.
You would turn it like this. And then the screen would slide up,
yeah.
dude. Oh
dude,
my
my
God.
sister had one of those. Those are kind of nuts.
Oh,
because like
unreal, man. You kidding me?
I always ripped like the flip phone for elementary school, and then in grade 8 I got like a cheap like Android, but it was like a touchscreen. It kind of looked like an iPhone. And I remember in like grade 8 I was always obsessed with like getting like a nice phone because I was like, that's like you know how like nowadays you have like one thing that you want. Like really badly, and you'll just always look it up, always look up videos. You're just always doing that. Like it happens for me like all the time, and then I'll always just impulse buy it when I don't have the money, you know. And
dude, I didn't have that for the longest time, but then all of a sudden, like I want to say around like February of this year, I was just like, I need new camera, I need new fucking laptop, I need new everything. I was like craving it, and then I took a loan out and bought a camera, and now I'm getting a computer.
Yeah, and now you're just in the hole. But like, hey,
dude, I mean, I needed the money anyway because I'm literally broke right now.
Yeah, but dude, like for me, that spending habit started pretty much like right after high school. I didn't really have it throughout high school, but right after high school when I didn't really know what I wanted to do for like university or anything like that. So I had that job at like the Grow, and I was just grinding that out, and I was making good money, all cash. So what am I going to do with that cash? Just buy shit. So I would just splurge out on like expensive shit from Craigslist for some reason, because all my shit was just in cash.
You're a big Craigslist guy, or like that Facebook Marketplace. You get
I've never ripped Facebook Marketplace, buddy, ever.
You get like those like for sale things though from your pops for sure.
I think so.
Dude,
I think so.
Hilarious. Every time you tell me about your dad, it's like, oh yeah, buddy fucking found something on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, oh, what is it?
Dude, my dad just buys random shit that we do not need for like no reason. I'm like, Dad, why do we have a fucking waffle maker in the kitchen? He's like, oh, it's $2 on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, we never make waffles, Dad. Why do we have
making fresh Belgian waffles at 5 in the morning?
Dad, I wake up at 5. I'm not making waffles in the morning.
Buddy, That's a sign of having too much money and not having enough shit.
It's not even too much money. It's wanting a bunch of shit but not having the money for it. So you're just buying. You need new
Medial
objects
shit.
all the time. Like
Yeah.
it's so dumb, man.
It's
But,
like the fucking it's a dopamine addiction to buying new shit.
Yeah.
Compared to like a dopamine addiction that all these fucking all of like our generation people have now because they're stuck inside on Instagram.
Yeah.
Posting random shit, nominating people.
It's the same sort of thing.
It's
It's dopamine addiction for
Yeah.
getting notifications, right?
You get notifications are like likes and shit. Like
Yeah.
you get nominated, dude. You're probably fired up.
Dude, I heard that Instagram's like taking away the likes so people don't see what they're liking. But I don't know about you, man. I haven't been able to see the likes in like 2 years on
Yeah, it's 'cause
Instagram.
we were the first country.
Canada?
Canada was the first country to have it rolled
So
out.
no, but dude, like some of our friends, you can still see the likes. I think it's just like
I think
it's like random people
it's a
throughout
glitch
Canada,
for
like
some-
half.
Nah, dude. It's
I've
like,
deleted the app. I've re-downloaded it. It's still there.
yeah,
all that
it's
shit.
everybody. There's like one person that I know who can still see his likes.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah.
It's like 1 or 2
And
people.
it's the same person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because fucking another buddy was talking about it, and they were like, someone was like, "Has he not updated his phone in 4 years?"
Yeah, I don't know, but I've always been hearing people talking about that, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want that to happen. I like to see the likes." But you can tell, like, you can still see the amount of comments.
If you post a picture, you can still see the likes.
Yeah,
on it.
you can see it.
I don't give a fuck what Jimmy's getting liked on. I don't give a fuck what I'm.
But I
getting
do,
liked
I do
on.
like to every once in a while see like how many likes like Kim Kardashian gets on her Instagram post. She'll post something, and then like 2 minutes later, she'll have like 5 million likes. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I wonder how many people have her shit on like notification. Like Kim K posted a new photo,
and they instantly go and like it.
instantly go and
It's
like
weird. I don't know.
That's some fucking hive mind shit.
I used to have that stuff where I'd have notifications for like specific YouTube channels. Back when I used to like, I don't really rip YouTube channels anymore.
I have like a
like-
couple that I still like. I'll still
Yeah.
watch just because it's for me. It's something put in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw some random fucking shit on just in the background, like one of their like daily video things.
Yeah.
Have that on, and I'll just crush homework.
See, for me, it's weird. Whenever I go on my computer, I could never just like chill on my computer anymore. I'm like, I have to like work on this one thing. So like every time I go on my computer, I end up just working on something.
See,
It's dumb.
That's how I was when fucking school was going on.
Uh-huh.
Soon as I got that fucking letter, it's been games all day.
What letter?
Like the letter saying like we're going online or whatever. It's
Oh,
just
for fucking the corona.
yeah.
Yeah.
Corona. No, yeah. It's literally been fucking like nothing. I just sit there. I'm like, what do I need to do right now? Like
Yeah.
I'll look at like my assignments and I'm like the one thing it was like, oh, right, like I wrote like a 3,000 word treatment in a night.
Have you ever ripped Adderall?
No, I'm like one of the only people in our friend group who hasn't.
Really?
Because I think it would make me feel normal.
Yeah. And you just get instantly
I
addicted.
just have ADHD my entire life, and I take it and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. The thing is though, like, you think that's what normal is, but it's not.
I've seen the Big Mouth episode.
Dude, I took it. I've done it once.
Wasn't it in our
Maybe twice. It was grade 12.
Wasn't it in our like for our grade 12 English
Yeah.
provincial? Dude,
Yeah.
dude, fuck those provincials, man. They're like, oh, you can't cheat on them. It's impossible. I cheated. Grade 10. I cheated off this Asian chick that was sitting beside me. Only reason I passed grade 10 math. Shout out to you. You saved me.
Dude, for real though, like with like the way that our school was set up, because like, so we went to a high school where like you didn't have set classes for every like period. It was like,
So, can I
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially, you had like your normal list of classes. It was like 7 classes, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
5 to 7, something like that. It fluctuated based on your electives. But anyway, 5 to 7 classes, and like most high schools, you would have 3 blocks a week of like an hour time limit. So like you would go to those classes 3 times a week. For ours, they gave you 1 mandatory show up to class thing.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 blocks that would normally be class time were just work on this stuff.
yeah.
So we got taught for it was like it was like it is in
University?
where
Yeah.
it's 1 hour lecture or 3 hour lecture and then fucking like a 3 hour lab. Like that, right? So you got like 2 hours of lab time, 1 hour lecture in high school.
Yeah. But like the thing is, everyone that went to our high school just chilled at the high school with like their friends
Dude.
for like literally the entire year, and then the last like month, you just absolutely grind, and everyone just ripped Adderall and grinded it.
Yeah.
It's literally how it worked. And every year I was like, I'm not going to do this again. And the only time I ever did Adderall was in grade 12 to like finish up grade 12 English. It wasn't to study for the provincial. It was to just like finish the actual assignments that I needed to in time. And dude, like, I swear to God, I was working on a paper straight for probably 10 hours, just going. I would like get up and get like a bottle of water and come back, and just, I was locked in. It's fucked. It's fucked. Like,
see, that's my thing where I feel like I'll get dialed in on something every now and again, like just doing work, but I have such a fucking like sporadic, like I can't lock onto things for very long.
yeah, no, me neither.
But like, so dude, like that's my thing where I'm afraid like if I took Adderall, I'd be like dialed in, but then I would switch it up and just get dialed in for another hour on something else.
That did happen to me too. I can't remember what I got dialed in on,
room,
but like,
I remember.
is that what it was?
You were like, bro, I've been fucking doing this thing for like 5.5 hours. I need to take a break. And you're like a half an hour later, you're like, I cleaned my entire room in half an hour. Time to get back to it. I was like, okay, sounds good, man.
Dude.
Sounds like a wild ride you're having. Just like someone doing shrooms. It's like, oh, how's the trip going, dude? Everything's amazing. How's the Adderall going? I've cleaned my room, wrote 4 papers, and washed my car all in 2
Dude,
hours.
you're productive as hell, but it's not healthy at all because it's
You're just
meth.
putting chemicals in your brain, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked. And like, dude, I think it's fucked up that they give that to kids. Like, they prescribe that to kids at like a young ass age.
Yep. I think it's a lesser form, I would hope, but
I don't know. Kids were ripping them in grade 12. My brother's fucking grade 12. Think about that. People were ripping them in like grade 10, grade 11. And if you actually think about how young a person is in grade 10 or grade 11.
Dude, I low-key thought you meant like a 10-year-old was just ripping Adderall. I was like,
oh, dude, I bet they give it to kids that age too if they diagnose them with ADHD
if your ADHD's
early.
fucked, yeah, definitely.
But apparently like 80% of it is like prescribed wrong.
Oh yeah, dude, that's with everything though, man.
Yeah.
Like I know some people that like got prescribed shit where it's like you don't need that.
Did you ever watch the Netflix documentary called Pharmacy? Or I think it was called Pharmacy. It was a documentary about how Xanax was being abused, and they were running like pill mills in the States, in like some like kind of ghetto places. They were literally like a chick who would have, she was a doctor, but anyone who came in to see her, she would get him hooked on Oxycontin. What did I say the first time? Did I say Oxy? I said Xanax, didn't I?
Xanax, yeah.
Sorry, it's Oxy.
Okay.
And
that was the Oxycontin was a big fucking thing.
Yeah,
I remember. Dude, I'm literally in a fucking film school thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to school for video production and shit.
Yeah.
I don't watch any TV, bro. Like you and our other buddy are like talking about there's like that Tiger one with the dude in like the
Yeah, dude, that's nuts.
the fucking Midwest in America.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'll get around to it. Like
You play video games in your free time though, right?
Yeah. But like that's the thing is like I want to watch more movies because like all these guys are like watching all these nuts movies that are coming out, Uncut Gems and stuff like that, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'll get onto it, and I never watch it. And then one time I was like, we were all hanging out in like a room doing homework together, and one guy they were like, he's like, oh yeah, you guys watch Uncut Gems, and my buddy Carson and then another guy were like, yeah, we did, and he's like, oh yeah, man, I didn't expect blank, and I was like, thanks, guy.
But you can't be one of those guys where it's out for like a year.
No, dude, it wasn't out for a year. It was out for like a week, and then he spoiled the very end of the movie.
I saw some shit online where like someone said to not spoil The Godfather. Hey, dude.
Hey, guy. It's been out. Holy fuck.
I don't know.
Guy, if The Godfather's getting spoiled for me, oh well.
Dude, or when people like, they'll be like, oh, give me Netflix suggestions. I'm like, dude, you've seen everything? Like, what do you mean? There's so much shit on Netflix. It's fucked. There's so much shit.
Yeah.
And all these like, I love how these like documentary things are the new thing. Or it's like a 3-4 part series. It's either about someone who just went on a murder spree or like.
Yeah. Dude, literally we had, what's it called? Someone come in, her name's Deb Wainwright. She came into our school and she like made one. It was for like the Olsen murders and it was in like the Maritimes in Canada.
It's on Netflix?
It's not on Netflix. It's aired on TV. Like literally it came on like 2 weeks ago. But like she came in right after they like finished post-production on it. And she was like, yeah, I'll show you guys like a clip of like the first episode. So we like got to watch like 8 minutes of the first episode before anybody else. I was
It
like,
was
fuck
good?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
good?
It's nuts.
Nice. I love like the way that they're shot.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's
And
cool.
it
It's
doesn't
like a-
it's not that hard.
But it's kind of
it's
like a true crime thing, and you can tell a lot of it's like for the filming aspect of it, it's
Yeah.
like two people.
Yeah.
They just go set up a quick interview, some lights, just
Yeah.
easy stuff that they can all carry in. Like
It's always like it starts off with like someone on their couch in their living room. And it's like nice lighting zoomed in on their face, and they introduce themselves, and then the whole like documentary is them pretty much narrating what's going on.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's like it's pretty cool though.
I
They're
love
they're
fucking
super
documentaries,
addictive.
man. Yeah.
Do you so
I
you
like
don't
war
watch any of those
documentaries.
murder?
No, I'm like, dude, I don't know why, but I'll like go on Netflix. I'm like, all right, what am I watching? Well, I like, there's all these nuts movies, Marriage Story, Uncut Gems, like I was saying. I'm like, oh, time to have my yearly rewatch of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Dude, you know what I watched the other day?
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure you suggested it. Is it Hot Summer Nights? Did you suggest that?
Hot Summer Nights.
Dude, I swear you suggested it, but then I was listening to the last podcast and you suggested something else that had summer in it, but I watched Hot Summer Nights because I thought it was what you suggested.
Was it nuts?
It was fucking pretty good, man. Wasn't at all what I expected. I thought it was gonna be like some like weird, like 70s movie, 80s movie. That's when it was set, but like it was about a guy who he was like some like skinny nerd dude, and he like got caught up drug dealing with like another guy who was like a big like drug dealer, and then this younger kid like got addicted to it and like wanted to start like pushing cocaine and all this. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like it's pretty good. It's kind of like the ending's all right, but like I thought that it was like, you know, when you go into a movie and you think that it's nuts, it's more nuts. But then like if you're halfway through the movie, you're like, oh, this movie's decent, and you look up the ratings and it's like 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. Then the rest of your fucking thing, you start picking out like what's bad about it.
I never do that. That's why I rarely watch I only watch like one guy for like main movie reviews, and that's how I kind of set my expectation.
Yeah.
But I don't watch like this whole thing to like pick out shit. I'll come in, I'll look at his like thumbnail because it's usually like something like or like eh.
Yeah.
I'll skip to the end. He says the word and I leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did that for Star Wars. So happy.
What did he say?
Oh, he didn't like it, like the newest one.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I didn't like the last one that came out. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in low expectations. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I'm like going low expectations. And it came out. I was like, it was good. You know, I had fun with it. I'm not gonna pick it apart. It was okay. It was fun.
For me, it's weird. I never got into Star Wars. I think that's like.
That shit's like crack for me. I love it.
You think so? There's some
So
people
cool.
that are just absolutely addicted to it, but I don't think I've ever seen any of the Star Wars. And I was really late to the game getting into like Lord of the Rings and that shit.
I was definitely late getting into Lord of the Rings, but I don't know, like fiction shit for me, like fantasy, sci-fi. Like sci-fi is almost just a different kind of fantasy, if that makes sense. Like they're a part of the same thing.
That's my favorite type of fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy and sci-fi for me. I've always been like, well,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
the type of like if I ever once in a while decide to like read a book or attempt to read a book, it's always like I like reading sci-fi.
Yeah, 100%. You've
It's like
always been like a big space guy.
Dude, I'm a big space guy, but like I'm not like a huge like space conspiracy theorist. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah,
You know, I don't
100%.
know. It's cool to me.
Good transition right there.
Mm-hmm.
Conspiracy theories. I've had this on my mind for a little while now. Dude, my phone's been buzzing in my pocket. I don't know about you. Holy fuck, man. Who's trying to get a hold of me? What do you need?
You're a popular man.
I'm stuck here. I'm not coming out to you. Fuck that. No, yeah, so what I was going to say, fucking conspiracy theory. My brother came over. This is on the weekend. He, like, just bought a new car, so we were, like, detailing our cars together. Having a nice bonding moment. It was nice. And he, like, comes up to me. He's like, man, did you see this? And I'm like, see what? You got to explain to me what I'm looking at before I can tell you if I've seen it or not.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with him like
that.
He's
Hey,
like,
man.
hey, man, I don't know. No, yeah, and he's like, this conspiracy theory shit with, like, all the corona stuff. I was like, oh, no, like, what is it? Because I used to be pretty into conspiracy theories, and I had to get out of the game because it was depressing, man.
Yeah.
When everything, like, when you start picking up on stuff, everything just seems like a dystopia.
What what was a big one that you like believed?
Oh, for the longest time, the 5G thing.
Yeah, you're a
They're
big
gonna-
5G
they're
guy.
gonna dumb us down.
That's a
Fucking-
coronavirus fucking.
That's a part of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a part of it sometimes, but this specific one is basically like government made up coronavirus so that they could arrest the corrupted elite and like a bunch of pedophile like shut down like the Pizzagate and all these like pedophile rings and like sex trade rings and shit.
Yeah.
And expose all these people as expose all these people and arrest them for like fucked shit. So like my guy Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Absolute beauty. Apparently he's a pedophile. Apparently they arrested him for pedophilia.
Yeah.
And then gave him what's known as a Rommel death, which I'll explain in a second. Essentially saying to him, we're going to say to the public, you have coronavirus. And then that's his like honorable death. So he maintains his like picture, like, oh, he's Tom Hanks, all good, never done anything bad.
Yeah.
But in the background, he gets taken out for
because of being a pedophile.
Yeah.
It's weird, like the whole pedophile ring thing, because it's kind of believable. It's kind of fucking creepy, man.
It's like with Epstein and all that bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
It's really believable.
And they were saying like Epstein, they let him get away as like a suicide and not this coronavirus thing because he's the one who like outed all of these celebrities. Like he outed Tom Hanks and all these guys who are now getting the coronavirus. But the weird thing about that is like, if everyone's actually getting sick, it is possible that other celebrities are going to get sick.
100%.
You know?
Which is, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a mixed bag type deal. It's whatever.
But then in that fucking mix, they're going to kill a couple
yeah.
of the ones that they want.
100%.
Right? It's
and
weird.
It's like this weird thing is then like they said like Justin Trudeau, our prime minister, got arrested for like on a U.S. criminal indictment.
Yeah.
Based on like economic negligence. Like he was the one that like helped tamper with the stocks and stuff, and that's why everything's just in free fall.
Yeah.
And it's like based on him, so he got put away, and like all these world leaders and shit are like slowly getting like picked apart based on like what these like secret society things are a part of. And I was like, I read it and I was like, bro, why'd you show me that?
It's weird
like,
to think about. It's weird to think about. And it's kind of like,
man.
If it is true, because they're saying that Trump's involved with all of it, right?
Trump's
they're saying
involved, but in the way of he's helped clearing it out.
Yeah.
So it's like him and like the Queen, like Queen Elizabeth II. I'm like, what the fuck's that bag of bones doing?
But
can
it's
you
weird.
get out of bed?
If it's true, he's kind of pulling a Thanos for good. You know what I mean? Because like he's killing all these people that are bad, but he's also okay. I gotta say this very, very like
pick your words wisely.
Pick my words. I think it's terrible that people are dying, but the Earth is overpopulated.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I 100% get where like the area you're coming from.
Yeah.
We're super overpopulated. There's been like fuck shit with pollution. Like there's like a bunch of memes I've been seeing where it's like Venice, like the fucking there's fish in the canals again.
Yeah.
Cranes and stuff.
Yeah.
China, the smog is disappearing because people are locked in their houses.
It's like the clearest air they've had in forever.
Yeah, and it's literally like it was like that, and then it's like Thanos on the bottom, and it's like his half his world going across. It's like they called me a madman. It's like
but
some guy who ate bat soup. They called me a madman.
Yeah, but dude, that's what people have been saying. Like ever since the reason why that movie was so good is because it's kind of true.
It's based.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like their idea is rooted in truth.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know. It's weird to think about, man. Do you believe what's like another like conspiracy theory that you believe, like not involving coronavirus? Like I know that there's like the big one is the moon landing. I haven't looked into enough of it. I don't care.
That?
Yeah.
Ate something like part of the lime just in my mouth.
Right now?
Disgusting.
Fuck yeah.
I won't swallow it. 1 second.
Oh my god. Is it actually that bad, man?
Yeah, it was like a big fucking chunk of it.
Dude, don't be a bitch. It's just a lime, bro.
All
right.
Across my room. All right, we're
Well,
back.
dude, yeah, we're back. What were we talking about? Moon conspiracy theories. I
don't believe in the moon one. I think we actually got to the moon.
Dude,
I think we have that.
It's not that
capability.
unrealistic.
No, that we made there. The one I do believe in, kinda. It's rooted in. I think 9/11 was an inside job.
I could see that though. That's the one that I could totally see. It's weird that like, they put like, didn't they put like extended insurance just before 9/11 happened?
Did they?
Like, yeah, I heard that they put like some sort of insurance on the towers like a week before they got fucking, yeah.
Can you imagine that? Some guys like,
dude,
guys,
imagine
we should get this insurance is great. It'll be perfect for us. Just some guy is like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, he gets like a promotion for it and everything. towers get bombed like 2 days later. They're like, hey, I don't look at them. The fuck, did you
Dude,
take
if
that
it's
out
not
for?
a conspiracy theory, that guy made the biggest play of all time. Imagine if you say no to that, then a
And then
week
you get
later,
fucking the most wild attack of all time. You get plane bombed.
that
bro.
guy saying like,
Bro.
I passed up on that. Are you kidding me?
Just a few bills.
Dude, didn't I want to go to New York one day. It would be kind of sick.
I want to go to New York in fall
Yeah.
because they have like a real like going to Central Park when
Yeah.
all the leaves are changing color. One of the things I want to see in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Another thing, kind of related to that, I saw a picture of it this morning actually. Going to Japan like right now in spring when all
Yeah.
the cherry blossoms are blooming around Mount Fuji. Fucking perfection. I
Yeah.
love the way it looks.
Yeah, dude, it'd be sick to be able to go do all that shit one day.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
Finger because I'm a fucking animal.
You wash your hands?
Yeah, I watched it earlier.
Dude, at my fucking work, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So they're like having some big fucking deal about coronavirus, and my construction site's still going strong, right? They're not stopping until the government's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And, but they have to do some legal things. Like they
would
have
hope
to
so.
put hand washing stations
Yeah.
in the entrances, and you have to wash your hands regularly. They have the most ghetto sink I have ever seen. It's like this plastic hose that the plumbers like put with one of those like dials you have to turn with your hand. So like everyone's touching it with their dirty hands.
Yeah.
And then there's a sign that like shows you how to wash your hands, and it's like wash your hands with warm water, not cold or not hot, and then like wash for like 30 seconds or whatever. And this is the coldest water I've ever put my hands into. And there's literally like fucking soap stapled onto the wall right beside it. And I'm like turning it on. I'm like doing that. It's just fucking, my hands are just freezing. And there is no paper towels, no nothing.
So you gotta walk around.
I walk around and just
like,
fucking like boom, and then
Nice.
put on some soggy gloves, dude. It's fucking terrible. And like, dude, I took a piss in the urinal the other day, and there was like the CSO, like the guy who was like in charge of the site,
Yeah.
was just tearing this guy apart for like pissing and not washing his hands. Just tearing it apart. And he's like, there's no fucking foot pump. There's supposed to be like a foot pump so you don't have to wash your hand. Because like, say you have coronavirus on your hands. You walk up to the fucking little dial.
Mm-hmm.
You turn it. You put coronavirus on that fucking thing.
then
You wash your hands and then you turn it off.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb, man. Should be warm water. My hands are freezing.
Get a fucking generator. For fuck's sakes. What are you doing for me?
I don't know, man. I want it to all end. I would just want to chill, man. I want to chill.
I'm
Rip
pretty
some
sure,
games.
I'm pretty sure the fucking gov is gonna fucking come in soon.
Dude, no one gives a single fuck about construction workers. They've been saying like, they were saying like on, you know how that bitch comes on TV like every day at like 3 p.m. and does her little like speech about like the updates of coronavirus in BC?
Nope.
She does it every day at like 3, right? And every day at 3, I check my phone and say, do I gotta work tomorrow? Do I have to work? And then she's always like, fuck the construction workers. They're fine. Dude, it pisses me off. Pisses me off so much.
She actually just say, yeah, construction's still going.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's not an issue.
Okay.
Because apparently, like, construction sites, if they don't meet deadlines, they'll get sued.
Yeah.
So, like, they're a part of, like, the essential fucking...
They're probably just not taking on
Dude,
any
the
new
essential
things.
sort of fucking businesses that are still open is so dumb, man. Liquor stores are considered essential. Dispensaries are essential.
You wanna know why?
Because people would go absolutely insane.
In
There would be riots.
Dude, it's if you shut down the LC, do you know how many people that we like live around here are alcoholics?
Dude, I'd say, like, out of adults, one
in
out of
3.
4.
No,
one out
one
of
in 3.
Think so?
100%.
Yeah.
Easily. 1 in 3 are alcoholics. Like, or have like an addiction to weed or whatever. Something
I don't think adults really have addiction to weed. It's more like kids our age.
You'd be surprised. I know.
You think
more
so?
too. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Weird.
I think. Well, I don't know. It's not weird. It's with anything, right? Like, it's that becomes their thing to like take their edge off after work.
Yeah.
Cause, dude, every time you see adults, they're like when they like settle down after work. You go to a bar after work, they're buzzing with blue collar workers.
Yeah.
Everybody's itching to get that Friday drink in.
Yeah.
So they're like, I'm gonna blow, man. it's whack.
Yeah, it's
Like,
weird. That's why we've talked about this plenty of times on the pod where it's like it's weird how like people will work all day just to go and have money to get drunk on the weekend.
Yeah.
So it's like you're literally wasting away like 2/3 of your entire life because you're just zombie mode throughout all of that until it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Dude, I watched a video today on like Pink Floyd, the song "Time" by Pink Floyd off Dark Side of the Moon,
Yeah.
and that's literally like I already knew that's what the song was about, but like he kind of brought like some more points up related to that and how like everybody's just like when you're young, you never think of time as an issue or having like never having an abundance of it.
Yeah.
And then one day you're like, fuck me, like I'm out of time, like I need to do something now. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you're chasing it rather than wasting it. And it was just like a thing of like
And that's why people are alcoholics.
Exactly, though, right? Because you think about that and you're like, oh my God,
They're like,
just
oh, I
wasting my
missed
life away.
all this time having a good time drinking when I was a kid. I'm just going to drink every day.
Yeah, exactly, right? I'm an adult. I can
Next
do
thing
that.
you know, you're crushing 24 packs of Kokanee on a
Kokanee.
Wednesday night.
Go driving home from work.
Dude, is Kokanee only like, I think it's only a Canadian thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what Kokanee is, we've mentioned it plenty of times on the podcast.
It's the alcoholics beer.
It's the alcoholics beer from where we're from. You know, like I bet wherever you're from, if anyone's listening to this, you know that you have like one type of beer that's like the alcoholic beer. A lot of the time, it's like usually like stronger beers. What's like the one in the States? Probably Budweiser. Budweiser's probably
cheap, man. It's not whatever's like the most expensive. Like
no, yeah.
If you can get something cheap, like
Yeah.
yeah.
No one's daily driving IPAs, you know?
No.
Or daily drinking.
Daily driving.
Daily driving.
What's your daily driver? IPA.
IPA.
Nice hazy IPA.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see myself ever getting to that point. But
Yeah.
I feel like shit if I like
If I drink too
heavily
much.
drink because like dude, when I was in Europe, I was like drinking like hard every day to the point where I had like an addiction. Dude, it'd be hard. It's hard to stop. Like the only reason I didn't keep drinking when I came back is because I had no money.
Exactly.
If I had money, dude, I swear to God, I would have kept it going.
Dude, that's why that fucking summer when I went like the year earlier when I got back from mine
Yeah.
was just a fucking bender because I came back with like a bit of money left still, and I went right into work again. Came back and I was just flying.
You hit the
summer.
ground running, eh?
Oh yeah, you remember when we went and saw Logic?
Oh, that was right when you came back, right?
It was a month after. Well, it was like July 15th. I got back like the 1st of June, basically.
Yeah.
Dude, I blacked out before we got there. Like
That was fun, man. That was fun. I can't, dude. I heard that they're not like doing any concerts or anything like
Dude,
until
if
like September.
If Tame Impala gets pushed back, I'm gonna cry.
Dude, yeah, that's a show that I'm actually like pumped to see. And I had tickets to Joe Rogan on 420.
Oh, that's
Dude, speak about
man.
420, like, dude, this coronavirus shit really ruining 420 here because it's the 1 year where we're gonna have 420 for the whole month.
Yep. I'm
And now we
just
can't go
locked
outside.
Indoors.
We're just gonna FaceTime smoking a joint.
Honestly, might have to. I'm gonna get my laptop and just sit in this chair crying as I'm smoking a joint, talking to you. I need to leave.
Dude, people are gonna, if we have to stay in this lockdown for like a while, people are actually gonna go crazy. There's gonna be like a lot of divorces after this is over.
Yep.
A lot of divorces, a lot of ruined families, a lot of drug addictions.
I got my mom because her birthday is on April 2nd.
Yeah.
And it's her 50th birthday this year.
Hell yeah.
And her and my dad were supposed to go to the Bahamas.
Rip.
Canceled that.
Yeah.
So I like went to the store yesterday and I got her because like they canceled it like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I got her like a box of candy and a fat bottle of wine. Like it's like her favorite type of wine, but like normally she gets the nice and thin one.
Yeah.
I got her the like chug-a-lug edition.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, I will uncork this on my birthday and I will not go into work the next morning.
You already gave it to her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't for her birthday. I got her other stuff for that. But like
Oh,
it was
okay.
just because she was like grinding. She's been like working from home. And it's just a pain in the ass because people are retarded. So I like got her that, and she was like, "I will uncork this on my birthday, and I will not go into work the next morning because this is gonna be gone, and I am gonna be hungover." It's like,
Okay,
sorry,
Mom.
Sorry, Mama.
Dude, I like so many people I know are just like reorganizing their rooms and their houses and shit. And dude, I did that. I reorganized my room.
Like before it all
Like,
happened.
a week before all this happened, man. I was like, oh, I'm ahead of the curve. Got a nice new room, you know? And
Dude,
like,
this has been me for like the past like since before I started school. My desk was just a fucking mess. Just papers, literally like a term and a half's worth of papers covering my desk, and there was like keyboard, mouse,
fuck yeah.
paper.
Fuck
So
yeah.
like you came in when we got the chairs, and I was at my desk going like this, just flinging paper back because I was like, red, nope, don't need it, like, doing that.
It's always so nice once you like clean like a desk, because that was my problem. Like I never had like motivation. Like you're way more motivated to like work on shit if you have like a clean workspace.
Well, 100%.
Right?
Also, like, you're more motivated to clean it when you're sitting in it all day.
Yeah.
Right now, like, yeah, it took me a day, and I was like, fuck this, I need to fucking clean this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and now like I still have a bit of tidying to do, but it's kind of in transition mode because we just got these bad boys.
Dude, these bad boys, I'm so pumped, man.
I'm fired up, yeah.
Dude, I'm so pumped. Such a good deal. The guy who we bought it from was an absolute tweak show, but an absolute beauty at the same time.
Dude, I come out like after you, and like he was already at the fucking the truck with the guy, and I hear this guy talking, and he just sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was like, huh? He was like, oh yes, you taking the chairs. I was like, bro, huh? What's going on? And then we get down there, and he's like trying to crack jokes, like Noah, like you're in the back of the truck,
Yeah.
and you're like handing me the chair, and he's like, no, don't fucking, you have to have 2 people on the chair. And then he would transition to do it again. You have to have 2 people on the chair.
Are you going to help me close the door?
Like, what the hell, man?
Hey, man, talking your regular voice. I don't know you.
Yeah, I just met you, dog. Like, please.
You got to ease into this, dog. I thought you were actually Arnold for a second.
Then he starts talking, like, cracking jokes about the coronavirus and shit. I was like, guy,
Yeah.
stop.
I don't know, man. But that's what everyone's talking about. So, hey. I feel like everyone's being, like, nicer, too. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel it's half and half. I've met a couple of cunts.
Dude, I'm not going to lie, though. Because when I was editing back our old podcast, we were kind of like, because I uploaded that podcast a couple days ago. We're recording this on like the 26th or whatever. And I uploaded that a couple of days ago, and I was, it wasn't before everything, like it just hit the fan, and we were kind of like, everyone's overreacting and shit like that. But like, it's kind of extensively got worse and worse and worse from then. Yeah. And now I'm kind of like, yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
It's a big deal, but I'm not like, when I smoke weed, I do my own thing. Everybody else can have their own stuff. Like, you can, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to hit the same thing as you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely keeping to myself, like keeping things one off.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we're still going to record the pod.
Yeah, but we're 6
far
feet,
apart.
6 feet away.
Yeah.
3 feet away. I can touch your hand. But hey.
No, but then the other thing was like, fuck, where was I going with this? Not hitting people's stuff. But, the other thing, I was doing, like, research on, like, other... Crackhead. I was doing research on, like, other epidemics, like the Spanish flu epidemic. And obviously, it's comparable, but it's not at all comparable because it was 1919 or 1918. And it was fucking... They had no fucking antibiotics. They had no whatever, like all that stuff.
Like
all
they didn't have a lot of vaccines and
no
shit.
vaccines for the flu yet.
Yeah.
That came after. But like, that's what I'm talking about. Whereas like now we have all that stuff, so it's containing it. But like, dude, in like 1 month when the Spanish flu hit, like the second wave as they were calling it, like 1 million people died in between the States and Germany, just those 2 countries.
Holy fuck!
It was like 400,000 in the States and 600,000 in Germany. Obviously, they had just come back from fighting the fucking biggest war of all time up till that point. But, like, that's a lot of people. Like, people are like, oh, my God, like, 8,000 people died. And I'm like, that's a lot, and that's fucked up. But at the same time, if you look at it as a statistic, it's kind of like, okay, we don't need to freak out this much.
Yeah.
We're doing a pretty fucking good job.
I think it's just because it's such, like, a public disease where, like, everything's fucking infected right now, you know? Like...
Well, that's because we're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like, we're shutting shit. They didn't do any of that, and it just spread as it would.
Well, yeah,
So
but as of right now, like, it's already spread, right? And now we're just dealing with that. Like, we lock down when shit like this comes up, like, same with, like, Ebola, it didn't really spread over here, right? It was pretty much contained in, like, Africa, right?
I feel like if Ebola would have broken out in China or in the States or in somewhere else, it would have spread because it was in West Africa. And for hotbeds of like travel and like super densely populated countries and stuff, they don't have a lot. They have a couple, but not a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was it's not gonna spread that well there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like fuck shit. Like I don't know. I was thinking about like that Spanish flu stuff, man. And I was like 50 million people died.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We're freaking out over like 20K, which I don't know. That's
Well,
obviously-
what's the total death count now? I thought it's like over 50,000.
No, it's like 30.
Oh. But still, like,
So it's a lot of people, don't get me wrong. And it's like what you were talking about earlier. Where I got to like pick my words carefully because
yeah.
I don't want to come across as saying 30,000 people dying is nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you look at it statistically and like on a curve with everything else, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess, yeah. It's just because we don't have a vaccine right now. If it keeps on this track, right, it could be pretty fucked
could
up.
get pretty fucked
and it's
up,
still
but
kind of in the early stages.
I feel like we've done enough to at least counteract. Like if you want to talk about it in waves,
Yeah.
I feel like we've beat off a first wave. Like the one that hit China,
Yeah.
they curbed that shit hard.
Yeah.
Did you see what they were doing to people? Because you know how they have like that social scoring thing. Like you remember that Black Mirror episode?
Yeah. They have shit like that?
They have shit like that where you can tell like vote on people like, oh, so if you see people outside and you know them or like you can like bring them up on the thing, give them a lower social score. And
They
so,
have that.
So you can't like ride on the buses if you have a lower thing.
Really?
Yep, it's fucked.
That's weird.
And so take this. This is just very very limited knowledge on that. By the way, this is what I've been told and what I've read online and stuff like that on decently reputable sources. But what I was putting together in my own mind was I heard that they were welding people's doors shut
To keep them inside.
to stay inside, and I put two and two together, being like, oh, it's probably the low social score people that keep going outside and getting complaints against them.
Yeah.
They're being welded shut.
And then what? They just starve to death in their rooms?
No, like you obviously like they get food and stuff, but they're not allowed to leave.
That's fucked, man.
Yeah.
Dude, the other day I went to, or this was yesterday, I went to the Shell, like just a gas station, like across the street from where I work, and the guy, like you obviously couldn't go in the store, right? You couldn't go in there and like look around and touch shit.
Yeah.
The guy literally had like a fucking giant bulletproof glass door and a fucking little airlock, like
a in between,
like a
space.
2-door, like yeah. So like I couldn't open it unless his was closed. So like he would like say like he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, Cheetos. And then he like brings the Cheetos and I got Cheetos. And he hey, this man, hey, first of all, Mr. Guy who works at the Shell, I asked for hot Cheetos and you gave me regular, so I'm kind of pissed off about that. But hey,
I wanted flaming hot Cheetos, guy. You gave me regular.
So yeah, he'd put the debit card machine in the little airlock, close this thing, and I'd have to touch where everyone was touching, so I like put my fucking little sleeve over, and like
Smart.
yeah, you never know, but it's weird. It's weird.
That's fucked, dude.
Yeah.
I know like for a few places around us, like just like small little like the little market that we have like way down the road.
Yeah.
They like put like a glass thing up and like a spacer thing between, and yeah, it's like there's a little like cutout you like put your card underneath and stuff. It's like it's weird.
Yeah.
But like how fast people are like, all right, let's fucking get this like shit built up. It looks like kind of professional, but it's just wild to think like it took a week to get like all these fat barricades thrown up between people.
Well, because now BC, the province where you live, yesterday they're implementing fines up to $50,000 of any business that is still open that's considered non-essential. Yeah. So like say you're like a restaurant and you're still letting people in the lobby, because they're still allowing restaurants to give takeout and delivery, but you're just not allowed to go in there. If they find a restaurant, they're like, and bylaw officers are now allowed to give out the fines. So if you're like fucking McDonald's and you're letting crackheads in your lobby, you'll just get $50K fine. And like they're giving out fines for like people now. I heard that, like we heard that thing today where it's like if you have someone in your car
that's like doesn't live at the same address as you,
you'll get like $1,000 fine. I don't know if that's real, but like
we were also told that the person they heard about somebody like pretty directly.
Yeah.
It wasn't like my brother's friend's wife's blah blah blah, all the way down the line. It was like like my blah's blah.
It was like my girlfriend's
aunt
or
whatever,
something. Yeah.
But yeah, like So I'm like inclined to be like, okay, well, if it happened that close to the source, like,
Could
I'd
be
take
real.
it seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's weird.
Fuck.
We should pull a fucking Putin and just release tigers in the streets.
Say, yeah, I'm just gonna release tigers. You do stuff bad, you get mauled.
I said that in the last pod, right? About that thing? About what Putin's doing? Or did I just tell it to you?
I think you just told me over the weekend when we were working.
Oh, it was like Putin said that if people don't start following his rules to stay inside and like quarantine, that he's just gonna release tigers in the streets instead of like putting soldiers out for martial law.
Hey, guy, how many tigers do you have?
Dude, I don't know. He probably got him from that Tiger King guy from Netflix.
Yeah, I'll just take a... Hello, this is Vladimir Putin. Hello, Mr. Putin. What do you want? 10,000 tigers.
What do you need 10,000 tigers for? Release him.
We need to quell the streets of Moscow.
Hey, it would make people stay inside.
Hey, guy, you see a tiger in the street? Walk in the door.
Yeah, until you got to go get groceries and you're walking back to your house smelling like food.
Dude, not a chance. I'm getting canned goods.
Yeah.
Dude,
you're like sniffing it in the store. You couldn't smell this. You got a ghillie suit on, climbing back.
That was because you have like a fat backpack on. You're just army crawling.
Absolutely sprinting home. Just
ghillies in the mist. You have a full fucking like rifle on your shoulder. You're like, tiger come near me. He dead. Do not fuck with Russian bear.
And there's like, dude, you haven't seen memes where it's like in North Korea, Kim Jong-un's just murdering anyone.
It's literally, it's like the North Korean coronavirus counter. It's like 11:55, 1, 11:56, 0.
Yeah.
And then it keeps like going up and down. There's also the other one where it's that old Bugs Bunny meme where he's like ripping the piano on stage and he gets like some guy in the crowd just starts hacking up a lung and he's like, what the fuck? He like stands up, pulls a gun out, and shoots the guy, and then sits back down. It's like Kim Jong-un right now.
Dude, there's some if you go back and like watch some cartoons, there's actually some like fuck stuff that was in it.
Dude, the show that Bugs Bunny one.
Yeah.
Dude, there was some fucked shit in that. I remember the one that always stands out to me was this one episode where like Sylvester thinks he actually killed Tweety, like the little bird.
Yeah.
And so there's like this like there's like in the paper there's like the cat fucking did something or whatever, and they're like he always hears like sirens going after this guy, and like he doesn't go to bed one day because he's just riddled with anxiety, and it like cuts to him at like 5 a.m. He's like has like a fucking he's pouring a coffee cup, and he's got 5 darts sticking out of his mouth, and he's like shaking, like smoking all these darts at the same time, pouring the coffee in his mouth.
Oh
so
my god!
Fucked.
Oh my god!
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's funny. And like you go back and even some shit like old SpongeBob and stuff. Like they had some like
yeah,
adult like innuendos like in there.
Where you're just
it's hilarious.
That's fucked. Speaking of like kid shit, because of this, dude, you know how fucked like I want to say like the next generation at this point, because
yeah,
if our generation's starting to have kids,
yeah.
Oh god. But anyway, fucking the next generation of kids like growing up that are like young right now, kind of fucked.
What do you mean?
Think about it. Think of how easily kids are like indoctrinated and with like ideas and stuff. Like, for example, I went to the bank the other day, and a mom and her little like girl of like I want to say like 2 or 3. Three was like good age. She comes out, and the little girl's like, I want to touch the fucking ATM machine, because little kid.
Yeah.
Let me touch it.
How long ago was this?
2 days.
Oh,
days ago.
Yeah. So shit was going down. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I like wanted to get all the cash I had put away and stuff just to have it in the bank, so I don't need to worry about it. And the mom's like, no, we can't. Like you can't touch it right now. And the kid's like, why? And she's like, you won't understand. It just you can't touch anything right now. And the kid's like, what do you mean? Why can't I touch anything? And she's like, it's just important. You need this. I don't want you getting sick, dude. Everybody associates, like even as a child, you get sick. You're told you're sick. You feel like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If your parent is telling you, don't touch anything because you're going to get sick, that's something that you're going to attach in your brain, dude. Kids growing up are going to be petrified
of like a virus,
of contact and shit.
It depends how long this lasts for.
If it lasts like a year, man,
dude. All that's gonna happen is kids are just gonna wash their hands more. Because let's be honest, nobody washes their hands.
Before, no, nobody did. I've been washing my hands daily. My skin's dry as fuck.
Dude, mine is too. Like my hands are like peeling. It's weird.
It's because it's washing all the oils out of your hand.
Yeah, it's weird.
Gotta lather up with some lubricant on my hands. Put some essential oils back in my skin. Once a night.
Some days, lotion up that hand.
Yeah,
Your left hand's just cracked.
Just cracked. I gotta switch it up every now and again. Go to Mr. Lefty. Give him some action.
Give yourself a stranger.
Pull the old sit on the hand. Wait till it goes numb. Just feels amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. Well.
I see memes where it's like guys are coming out of quarantine with just a jacked right arm.
Yeah, the Quagmire one where he's like, I've been inside. It's like, what the fuck happened to your arm? He's like, I need to go back.
I need to get back to this. I got something to do.
Imagine having a streak like that where your right arm is.
That's why I'm afraid for you, man.
For me.
Yeah, I'm talking to my friends. They're pumping out like record numbers right now.
Honestly,
like the ones that are quarantined. What are you gonna do? I jerk off when I'm not even like I'm not even hard. I just have free time. So like if I always have free time,
I might as well.
Nothing better to do.
In between COD matches.
The show sucks. I'm gonna jerk off.
You ain't did it. Salmon sucks. I'm gonna go jerk off. Man, I'm kind of like just getting off topic right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm choked. Dude, this lava lamp isn't really working.
It was working last night. I tried it to make sure.
Is she hot? I don't know, man. Dude, lava lamps are sick. You remember Shark Tale when he had that massive lava lamp in his room?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna, if I get quarantined, I'm going back. I'm watching all the OG movies. I got really baked like a couple weeks ago, and I was starting to watch Ice Age.
Ooh.
Unreal movie. I fell asleep like 20 minutes in, but unreal. Like the first like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Nuts movie.
Like I said, I was having my yearly rewatch of Avatar.
Yeah. Oh, you actually were restarting it.
Oh yeah, I'm almost done, dude.
Yeah, you got to start watching like some documentaries and shit.
Yeah, I might as well. It's just I've been ripping Animal Crossing too hard. Dude.
No other games. I want to get Doom Eternal. I've been looking that up more and more because I just want to chill like story mode game just to kill aliens and shit.
I played the first one. The thing I love about it, just like the bass like soundtrack that comes with it, just metal. It's just hard ass music because you're in. I guess in the first one you're on Mars, but in this one you're in hell, killing demons and shit. To just metal music, just it's just like holy fuck, man.
Just intense.
Yeah,
that on Adderall, game over. If you have a VR headset, never coming out.
I turned the soundtrack off and I was just ripping Metallica and like other like I don't know.
Good metal songs, yeah.
Like Black Sabbath and shit. I was like, fuck yeah, this is nuts.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So it's really like it's a fucked up kind of vibe, man. You're just like not angry, but you're like fuck everything.
Yeah, I kind of wish I like stocked up on video games before all this. Like got a brand new like PS4 or something. Ooh. Then I heard like the PS5 is gonna get delayed because of this. Same with the Xbox, whatever the new one. What's the new one called?
Xbox Series X.
Who knows? But like, hey,
I gotta look it up.
I heard it's gonna be more nuts than the PS5, like hardware wise, because they know that they fucked up on the last one.
Yeah. Xbox Series X. Yeah, it is Series X.
Yeah.
Just looks like a fucking computer, man.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like
skinnier tower.
The next generation of consoles are just gonna have to be. They're gonna have to be $2,000 because to compete, it's gonna have to be like insane. Hold up, I'm getting fucking phone calls. Put on the old. Do not disturb. Who's calling me?
Popular guy.
Yeah. I gotta check on the time, how long we were recording for. I don't know when we started.
I'll just kick. Okay, fine, whatever. Just keep talking. What I was gonna say though is
we're an hour in.
Okay.
You're gonna say what?
Got off track though.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. What were we just talking about?
We were talking about video games. And we were talking about Doom Eternal, and then we went into... I have no idea. Dude. My brain is just mush.
Just fucked. Okay, well, you know what? I'll change the subject then. On the topic of, like, fucked, like, just mentally whack. Dude, I feel so artificial because of staying inside. Like, I know you're working and stuff, so you're outside still.
Yeah.
I was like, when you came in, I had my like lights because they can go different colors. I had them set on like it was like a nice light pink and like green, just nice airy colors that like it's like it's like nice to be in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But dude, like, I went and delivered a couple packages to a couple buddies.
Yeah.
Earlier, and like, I like stepped out the door and I was just like, whoa. Like
sunlight.
No, it wasn't sunlight. It was overcast, but like that color temperature change of like going from like this like hot pink to a overcast monotone white. I was just like, what the fuck? Like it was a shock because it was like, this feels real.
Yeah.
What I've been living in for the past fucking week has just felt artificial shit. I've been staring at screens and LED lights for 6 days.
Dude, yeah. It's like you feel like you're in like a Black Mirror episode.
I do though. I feel
weird.
like I should just hop on one of those bikes and just start racking up the coin, right? Like,
I love how there's like millionaires complaining, like famous people complaining that they're locked in their like $10 million mansion right now. They're like, oh, I don't have anything to do except play on my movie theater and go bowling in my spare time.
Buddy, go in the backyard.
I'm sitting in my room with a fucking Wii.
Guy, I'm like, it just started raining. It's been nice as fuck like the past like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was praying that was going to continue. I was just going to go in the backyard and just
chill
out there.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about this for the last couple of days. I needed to tell you, you need to do this. When you wake up, the first thing you got to do is you have to just look out your window to see the weather, because like the last couple of days it's like pouring rain and you're like, you want to go do something outside? I'm like, man, have you looked outside? You're like, oh,
dude.
I'm like, dude, it's 5 p.m. You haven't looked outside. It's pouring rain.
I literally had this conversation word for word with Hendy
today.
Yeah, today. I was like, yeah, man, I was thinking of doing a bit of homework, like finishing what I need to, and then going up and getting my rollerblades from you.
Yeah.
Skating up to the park that just got built up like by my house, and ripping a couple hoots if you wanna come tag along with me. And he's like, guy, it's pouring rain outside. I don't want to rollerblade in the rain. I was like, is it? I haven't looked out my window. He's like, guy, it's 4:30. Like, you know.
Dude, that's the first thing you gotta do. Instead of turning on your little mood lights in the morning, just go take a peek. Open the door, take a breath of fresh air, chillax for a second.
But I like the recycled air. It's so much more crisp. Kill me. Yeah. I need to get off the switch outside.
Yeah, I gotta scan Craigslist for a PS4 if I get quarantined.
No doubt, Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Fuck me.
Anyways,
I'm just dying. My lungs are falling apart because all I've been doing is smoking weed for the past 5 days. Actually, I took a 1-day break. I was like, I got way too fucked up. Like, I woke up and was like, might as well get fucked up. I didn't have any homework that day.
yeah.
So from like dawn till dusk, I was just off my rocker. And then like the next morning I woke up and I was like, wow, I feel like ass. I need to not do that. And then I was like sober and I was like, I'll do this for the rest of the week. I'll just be sober from Tuesday to Friday. Woke up Wednesday and I was like, I'm not doing that either. That was awful.
Yeah, it's gonna be me next week. We should probably wrap her up. I gotta wake up fucking extra early tomorrow. Fuck yeah. Because I'm gotta work so much overtime because my boss is afraid we're gonna get shut down for the coronavirus. Yeah, boss, I'll fucking wake up at 4:30 every day. Thanks, man. Did I want sleep? No, I didn't want any. Yeah, exactly.
Coronavirus, you want to go work.
Yeah, you know what I want? I want to get no sleep so my immune system's just shut off.
I mean, you were doing that anyway, right?
Yeah, not this bad.
Okay,
anyways,
well, yeah.
Hey, we'll see you next week, boys. The fucking handshake to end her off. Oh. You know what the fuck's going on, boys. We'll see you next week.
Stay safe.
Love you guys.
Bang, bang.
Peace out.